We've got a full moon in the sign of Leo on Sunday, February 1st, and I've got a ritual. I'm sure you've heard concerns voiced by different content creators, influencers, writers, public speakers, activists, poets, artists, even journalists, frustrated by the fact that their work, their voice is being severely suppressed by major platforms like TikTok. As someone who uses my own personal platform to speak out against injustices around the world, I too have experienced severe suppression of my content right here on this platform. And as a Leo, that shit pisses me off. And if you're someone that prides yourself in being able to share the most creative extensions of who you are, I'm sure it pisses you off too. And so, as the moon grows full in the sign of Leo, a sign that is meant to be seen, a sign that is meant to be visible, a sign that was literally put on this earth to be able to express its most authentic parts, I've decided to do a cord cutting ritual. And if you find that the most authentic parts of you continue to go unseen, I invite you to do a cord cutting ritual as well. Cutting cords is a symbolic ritual that helps us to sever ties from unwanted things, people, and or experiences. For example, you may need to sever ties with a past love. You may decide to energetically remove yourself from an unhealthy job situation. You might feel that you have certain habits and patterns that you want to sever, that you want to cut. Cutting cords, severing ties, there's a way to do so, at least energetically and symbolically, that can free you from whatever it is that keeps you feeling stuck, confined, and or constricted. For me personally, I'm tired of being confined to a particular box and a particular algorithm. And so my ritual entails severing ties with whatever external circumstances prevent the full truth of who I am being seen, being visible, being heard, being witnessed. If you too are ready to sever ties from a person, place, bad energy, thing, or entity, I invite you to join me in this cord cutting ritual. You can perform this ritual the day of the full moon on Sunday, February 1st, or you can give it a couple of days. Here's what you need: two candles, one that represents you and one that represents whatever it is that you are trying to sever ties from. You'll need two small bowls or containers that can hold those two separate individual candles, filling those small bowls with salt or even rice to hold the candles in place. Whether you decide to use salt and or rice, both items serve as a base to not only hold the candles in place, but they're also cleansing foundations. And by the way, you're going to want to cleanse the space and environment where you are performing the ritual. You can smudge with sage, Palo Santo wood, or you can even use Florida water. Now, you're going to want to find a string or a cord that you can use to wrap around the candles themselves. I plan on using dental floss. Before wrapping the cord around your candles, you want to make sure that you've designated which candle is which. And I think the best way to do that is to actually inscribe your name in the candle that represents you and the name of whatever the other candle represents in that candle. Once you've designated your candles, you want to tie the string or the cord into a circle, loop it a couple of times, and then attach each candle to the end of the cord itself. Once you've wrapped your candles, you want to place them each in their separate bowl filled with rice and or salt. And you also want to give a little extra love to the candle that represents you. You can shower that candle with fresh rose petals if you have them, some lavender, some cinnamon, or you can even just place crystals around that candle. This is for the purpose of ensuring that this ritual doesn't come back to harm you in any kind of particular way, especially because you are severing these ties with love. So make sure you love up on the candle that represents you. Go ahead and light your candles. And as your candles burn, take 3 deep breaths and allow yourself to envision what this severing represents for you. Maybe you're releasing yourself from old fears and anxieties. Maybe you're releasing yourself from an old attachment in the form of a relationship. Maybe you're releasing yourself from whatever it is that keeps you hidden, that keeps you unseen, but give yourself permission to imagine this full release courtesy of this ritual. I actually took some time to write down what my intentions are. It might be worth saying out loud what you are calling forth by completing this ritual. As the candles burn, the cord that you use will also dissolve. And that is the cord cutting ceremony itself working on your behalf. Allow your candles to burn all the way down, and it might even be worth observing how the candles burn and how they interact with each other, because that will give you some insight as to how the ritual is working. Once the candles have fully burned and the cord itself has severed and also burned, that would be a time to take another couple of deep breaths, give thanks, and dispose of the contents responsibly. With so much happening in the world, it's really easy to feel helpless, as if there's nothing we can do to make a difference. And that's why it's during these astrological events like a Leo full moon that I like to remember to return to magic. So share this ritual with others. We all have unique gifts and contributions that we can offer at this time. Our gifts are unique, they're indispensable, and when we share them, when we share the most authentic parts of ourselves, we give permission for others to do the same. And in the process, we are collectively working together to create a new world. Full moon blessings to you and yours.